Hi guys, today we are in the MikroTik training center, or as we sometimes call it, the MikroTik museum, because all kinds of stuff is here. The historic boards, the newer devices, even some unreleased stuff. And in this video I will give you a few reasons to go to Riga. However, if you don't want to come to Riga, you can go to Prague. But I will explain that in a moment. So, Kaspars, where are we?
Where are we?
Yeah, what is this place? What's going on?
So we are in MikroTik Rotor's training center. So this is our facility where we conduct our training courses and where any MikroTik certified trainer can come and do their own courses.
So, you've been doing this whole educational thing for a while now.
Yes, for quite a large amount of my life, I've been related in one way or another with education. And here at MikroTik, I'm in training department and coordinating our training program, communicating with our trainers, doing train the trainer course where we certify new trainers and expand our trainer community all around the world. And yeah, basically all things related to training at MikroTik.
Well, I think your experience is quite obvious because from what I've heard, all the students are very happy. So, thanks for that. But, so you've seen so many people learning and you've taught so many people, but have you learned something yourself during this process?
Well, actually, the whole process is never-ending learning experience, and with every new interaction, with every new course, yeah, you pick up something from people, and of course, it helps that our trainers come from all around the world, so we get to know more about their cultures, about the strategies they use to teach others, and all kinds of stuff like that. And well, through this all, I also picked up and improved my Spanish speaking skills and lots of things. Yeah.
And remote education versus physical on-site education, any thoughts on that?
Well, that's a very common, of course, very common question in these, especially several recent years, but it has been a common question already for a while now. Well, from my personal experience, by doing the courses online as well, online it is very hard to substitute actual in-person training with an online one. Yes, a lot of things can be done, and if there's no other way, of course, that's better than nothing. Yeah? But especially our practical training courses where you have hands-on experience with the router, and it just doesn't transfer very well to online training. And you lose the interaction with your with other participants, as especially in higher courses, higher level courses where experienced networking engineers gather. Yeah, that's a place where you can actually make new friends, future colleagues maybe. You get to know very smart and educated people. Although in theory you get the same in online, doesn't happen that way. Sometimes people say that the most important things in school are not learned in classroom but during the breaks. And here that as well is very visible. In an online training, in your Zoom or whatever, when you have a break, everyone just switches off the camera and goes away. In a classroom, everyone actually gathers together, has a coffee, they talk about daily stuff, and that's what makes it worthwhile.
So I've heard two ideas. One is that if you are the smartest person in the room, go find another room because you will not progress then. I've also heard the opposite. If you are the smartest person in the room, just stay there. You're never going to find another room like that. So use it to your benefit. But on a more serious note, guys, come to Riga. You've heard the man himself. Having face-to-face interactions, mingling and just networking in all senses of this word is priceless. So, about the rooms, what are those places?
Yeah, so in the MikroTik Training Center, all the rooms are called in different city names. So we have Fortaleza, we have Venice, we have Prague, Yogyakarta. Those are places where we have had some of our biggest MikroTik user meetings. So in Indonesia, we had an event that had like 3,500 people one time. So we decided to name all the classrooms here according to the biggest user meeting events. Well, we haven't had a meeting in a while, but hopefully they will return at some point. But yeah, but well, now at least I think we can start here in the training center, because the training center is already open after all the crazy stuff that has been going on in the last few years. That's why we started here. So we're talking about the training center in this video.
So obviously you've been all around the world. MikroTik has been everywhere. We've been having user meetings in, I think, every continent except for obviously Antarctica.
Never say never.
Yeah, the penguins are very tech savvy as well. But now we feel that it's your turn to come here to Riga. So what's up with that, Normans? Can you tell a bit more about this place?
Yeah, so as previously explained, we are currently in the MikroTik Training Center, which is located in Riga, Latvia, our home country. Some of you may not know this, but MikroTik is a completely Latvian company. We only have one place where we are located. It's only here in Riga. And apart from our office, warehouses, we also have a training center that is right this building here. What we do here, mostly nothing. We give this place to anyone who wants. And if you're a MikroTik trainer, for example, then you can come here, use this place for free for any training class. And yeah, there are all kinds of interesting things here. Pictures, museum, new products, and of course classrooms. And in the classrooms, they're fully equipped with everything that you could need. You can make your classes here, and it's all available all year round. Anytime, just write us and come here. Yeah, any trainer is welcome to organize classes here in Riga. Plus, it's also great that you can not only come to teach and learn in this place, but you can also look where MikroTik is located, visit Riga, see the sites, and yeah, understand a little bit about us.
Yeah, every time I come here, I always look at this wall and I'm just shocked how young Normans was.
I'm not that young anymore, right?
Nah, you're still good, you're still good. And the place is really nice. We have everything here that you might need. Right now we are in the kitchen with fridge, everything you need to make a meal, snacks, coffee, whatever. And we'll show you around as well. But there's more to it. The location geographically is also very nice because it's close to the city center, but it's not in the busiest part. It's one of the most beautiful areas with all the wooden houses and trees, and it's very green and nice and European, so it's definitely a sight to see.
And it's close to the airport, close to the shopping mall, close to a nice hotel,
yeah,
close to the big highway if you want to go somewhere outside of Riga. Everything is perfect for this location.
Yeah, and another cool thing is that if you come here, you sometimes meet the legends. The people who see things as Neo in the Matrix. They know router OS, like seeing the source code everywhere. I'm now here today with the main star of today's event, Ron. So tell us, what's going on? What is the bootcamp and why are you here?
Well, we chose Riga for our bootcamp because that's the home of MikroTik. This is where MikroTik began, and this is where we have come to. You have a fantastic training building here with lots of classrooms. Twice a year we come to Riga and we teach many students, as you have been seeing during your visit here today.
Have you had the time to see some of the sites?
Oh yes, very much. We actually take our students on a guided tour of Old Riga to look at the Art Deco buildings and to examine the history of this wonderful place. The many hundreds of years that the city has formed over, you know, with the Swedish, the Germans. So yeah, we show them lots of many things about the city, and I've seen them too. Yeah, very enjoyable, very beautiful place.
So this is not just educational, this is a whole experience.
No, it's very important that we get our students to understand more about the country and the people who live here. It's not just about the technology and the products.
And having so much experience in this technical educational field, do you have any tips or remarks regarding starting out, the best practices to learn, to apply yourself?
I think watching the YouTube videos is a very, very good place to start. Watch the MUM presentations. There are many, many useful videos on all the topics and all of the modules and sub-functions of the Router OS system. Everything from wireless, which is my own speciality, to routing and firewalling and traffic management. There's many, many things to learn. I think watching the YouTube videos is a very, very good start.
Yeah, and finally, with technologies developing and all kinds of stuff popping up, do you have any examples of the things you have learned recently, maybe?
I think this is an important thing. When you are teaching, you are not just teaching the students, you're learning from the students. I always say I'm not the most clever person in the room. There will always be students with experiences of systems that they have been involved in diagnosing faults or installations that they've been responsible for installing and configuring, and they bring stories to me, and I learn a lot from the students as well, a lot.
Well, right now the students are on the lunch break.
They are.
And I'm from marketing, so at least right now you definitely are the most clever person in the room, and thank you for being here, and thank you for telling us your
No, my pleasure, my pleasure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Remember the whole thing with 2014, everything's going to end because the ancient Maya calendar only goes up to 2014? Well, according to MikroTik, it goes up to 2019. Because here we have the MikroTik history, and we just ran out of space on the wall. So, but we are glad, because it is better to run out of space on your history wall than run out of history. And now I'm here with the trainer Menno, and let's ask him, how is it going today?
It's going fine so far. We just had lunch, just getting to know each other a little bit, which is a good part of the training as well. Getting to know about each other's experiences. Some of the guys are more experienced and some of them are less experienced. So you try to blend them all a little bit in. So yeah, it's fine.
And as a trainer, how do you deal with the different experiences? Are the students also teaching something to each other?
Sometimes, yeah. You always have to keep an eye on them because you don't want them to learn it the wrong way. So you always keep one ear open what one guy's telling the other. Most of the time, it's all okay, yeah.
And how big are the classes usually?
I try to max out around 8. Especially during MCNA, it's the introduction one. It's a lot of information, and if you have more than 8 people, it's really hard to get everyone on the same page. So yeah, everyone needs their attention.
Yeah.
Some of them need more attention, some of them are really, self-sufficient.
And do you remember your own learning experience, how you started out?
Yes, in 2012 I started my own WISP. Wireless internet service provider, and I needed hardware, I needed devices to do it. And after some googling around, I found MikroTik, and it suited all of my needs. So I installed sector antennas on a big mast and some client devices on some houses, and it worked. But in 2013 I was like, okay, I'm doing it, but I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. So I signed up for a course, an MCNA, my own MCNA, and I went to the UK, to Ron Tao, he's here now, and he taught me how to do things the right way. So immediately when I got home, it was like click, 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 click. This needs to be different. This needs to be different. Yeah. So it was a great experience.
Yeah, learning something is always a great rush when you understand how to apply it. It's like extremely exciting when you finally get that click,
Yes.
that everything makes sense.
Yes, but it takes, you know, some people have a certain amount of pride with them. It's like, I know it all. I just want certification. I know it all. And every time after those 3 days of NCNA, they come to me and say, Menno, I didn't expect it, but I learned something. And to me, that's even more important than getting that title, than getting the paper.
Mm-hmm. So a good piece of advice then would be to just stay humble.
Stay humble. Ask questions. There are never stupid questions. There are stupid answers. So don't be too shy. Ask questions, because every time you ask a question, you are going to learn something, and the people around you will start learning as well. Even I started learning. This morning I learned stuff as well. So even if you are a trainer, you keep on learning. That's fine.
And then to wrap it up, let's just squeeze out a little bit even more value for the viewers. If you could give one advice to all the people starting out, just making the first steps in networking, what would it be?
Advice? Keep an open mind. Keep on learning. And there's no such thing as, how should I call it? There are always multiple ways to get things done. With MikroTik, there's not always one thing that happens, not only one thing that's right. You can do things multiple ways. So yeah, keep an open mind.
Thank you so much, and good luck with the rest of the day.
Thank you.
And here in Volgunte Street you can find all kinds of top secret, unreleased stuff. For example, something that ends with AX and starts with cap. So, where are you from and what are you doing here?
I'm from Germany, and this is my first training with MikroTik, so really looking forward to get to know the stuff and work better with the switches and the hardware.
Yeah. What have you learned today so far? The topics maybe?
We started with getting to know a little router, upgrading it, setting up the first static routes, and the nut to get to the internet.
Yeah. And do you find Latvia similar to Germany in some ways, or is it a completely different place?
No, there are similarities. We both have bad weather, but similar in building style and nice people everywhere.
Yeah. And just one last question. Any tips or something that you would wish upon other people who are still considering to come here?
So don't take too much time. Look up the courses. What's your interest? What you're gonna plan to do with the MikroTik hardware, and sign up.
Thank you. That's great. I found another victim. So, who are you? What are you doing here? And what's going on?
So, my name is Guntis, and I'm here for wireless training, learning something about Capsman, and meeting a bunch of people from all around the world.
But I've seen you in the office. You're not someone who came here to learn. You're a MikroTik employee. Tell us about that. What are you doing in MikroTik?
Yeah, well, I'm working in technical support, mostly with wireless stuff. And today I infiltrated here to learn something more.
Hey guys.
Hi. Hi.
A busy day here today at the MikroTik Training Center, and once again, I want to say to you, come to Riga, right?
Right.
So come to Riga. We will show you around, we will teach you everything we know, and it's gonna be awesome. And to wrap things up, any last words?
So if you want to find out from where we come, from where MikroTik comes from, come to Riga.